Fonedigion, fonedigesau, ladies and gentlemen, fel ganhellor gai roi croeso cynnes iawn i'r seremoni hwn, sy'n aglisur o'r arwyddochad arbennig y mwyd y raith ohonoch chi sy'n dathlu heddiw. Uchel pwynt, sawl blwyddyn o ymdrech a gwaith galed. Llongyffrediadau mawr I chi gyd. May I, as the Chancellor, wish you a very warm welcome to this ceremony, which is a very special day for each of us, but particularly for those who are graduating. It marks the celebration of the achievement of many years of hard work and of effort. Many, many congratulations. But there is a particular thanks I would ask all the graduates here to join me in giving, and that is a thanks to everyone on the staff of the university. They've enabled you, the graduates, to gain the achievement we are celebrating today. They've provided you with, I hope, enjoyable times, and have helped you when times have not been so easy. You will always remember them. Therefore, please join me in standing and expressing our thanks in the usual way to this wonderful body who make the university. Thank you so very much indeed. Aberystwyth delivers excellence in teaching. It draws on world-leading research that's being undertaken here. It offers each of you, as it does to each of those who will graduate in the future, an experience that will have changed their life forever. The time's gone quickly. No doubt Freshers' Week probably seems like yesterday, as you've worked so hard over the years, working on courses, taking part in numerous activities, enjoying deploying the learning and skills you've required, relishing questioning and challenging ideas, particularly those from the staff, but also those amongst your fellow students. You will have, in Aberystwyth, each of you will have also learned much about yourself. That is because this university is special. Its sense of community, its welcoming environment, and its capacity to forge lifelong friendships. Each of you now has a gift you will come to appreciate greatly, and that is self-confidence in your own abilities, a preparation for the next stage of your life, and above all, the opportunity to seize any advantage of whatever comes your way. You, of course, had the great benefit of studying in one of the great institutions of Wales. It is a nation with a long history, but like this university, one with a young spirit, one which is a gateway to the wider world, and one which will prepare you as it is well prepared for the future. And it is so because, like you, it has to be so prepared. The university has always had a duty to Wales and its language and culture from the moment it was founded, with the help of so many who gave collectively so much in the end of the 19th century. It is rooted in Wales, but as you will know from your work, connected globally, open to the world, and determined to and successfully competing internationally. As a university, we have a wonderful history. But we now really have to look at the 21st century, particularly, and I don't know what you like to refer to it as, the digital revolution, the fourth industrial revolution, whatever you want to call it. But you have to realize that change is occurring at a faster pace than any time in history, and it's bringing with it changes, particularly globalization, which some of you may not like. But it's a fact of life. As a university, we know we must work to help strengthen the economy, to develop skills, particularly those you need for the digital age. We're accountable to our students, our staff, community, and our governments. However, the university is autonomous, it's independent, and will continue to ensure academic freedom and all the benefits that that has brought to you and will bring to future generations of students. Fe ywch chi hefyd a byd y profiad astudio mewn prifysgol yn Gymru a'r dimensiwn arbennig a roddodd hynny i chi. Mae Prifysgol Aberystwyth wedi bod eriod a mae'n parhau i fod yn hollol ymwybodol o roi bwysig i gefnogi Cymru, yr iaith Cymraeg a'n diwylliant. You are now ready to embark on the next stage of life, as each of you is required from your studies here the ability and the skills to realize your potential. However, like anyone who's gained any qualification, these days you have to go on learning. The world's changing, and it's impossible to predict the future direction of that change. It will require you to have the capacity to adapt, and adapt fast. But don't worry about that. You should have the ability, having studied here, to do all that is necessary to change, but also to thrive through that change. Build for yourselves on what you've achieved, but also recognize your responsibility to put something back into our society, to make a difference for others in whatever you may do. And now to those who are the stars of today. Enjoy the limelight, enjoy the celebration of this success that we are doing today. Celebrate in the company of those with whom you've worked and who delight in your achievements, your teachers, your friends, and above all, your family. Roedd hi heddiw I bob onoch chi fod yn dydd llawen gyda rai sy'n golygu gymaint I chi. Have a memorable day. Enjoy yourselves as you leave with the best wishes of the university from this celebration. As graduates, and you will now be graduates of what is often called your alma mater, I know that you know that there will always be a warm welcome for you here. Each of you is our future. We are proud of each of you. We are, however, confident that each of you will fulfill that potential with the confidence you've gained here. Many congratulations again. Llongyfarchiadau mawr I chi unwaith eto. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr.
Gorau awen gwirionedd. Byddai'r hysbys I aelodau'r brifysgol ac I bawb sydd yn bresennol y cynhelir cynhylliad awdurdodedig heddiw yma'n nhref Aberystwyth. Trwy awdurdod siarter Prifysgol Aberystwyth, yr ydyn ymgynnull I dderbyn i'w priod wobrau, fyfyrwyr sydd trwy efrydiaeth yn y brifysgol a trwy ddisg, medr a dyfal barhad wedi teilyngu'r cyfryw wobrau. Dathlwn I llwyddiant yn y gobaith y cant fwynhau iechyd a hir hoedl I wasanaethu I hoes a'i cenedlaethoedd, a thrwy hymdrechion a'i cyflwyniadau y cyfrannant at wybodaeth a bydd cenedlaethau I ddod, ac ymrafael yr heriau sy'n gwynebu ein byd. Nid byd heb wybodaeth. Gorau awen gwirionedd. The best inspiration is truth. Let it be known to the members of the university and to all here present that today an authorised congregation is being held here in the town of Aberystwyth. By the authority of the Royal Charter of Aberystwyth University, we meet to receive to their appropriate awards those students who have, through study at the university and through learning, ability and perseverance, been deemed worthy of their awards. We celebrate their success in the hope that they may be given health and long life to serve their generations and their countries, but also that through their efforts and achievements, they may contribute to knowledge and well-being for future generations and confront the challenges that face our world. A world without knowledge is no world at all. Nid byd heb wybodaeth.
Honorary Dyddys, Isgang Hecho, Cwlion Haf, I hi. Fyddyrraig, o'n hadran ni a eniloth radd, Sylfian Miawn, Gwyddoniaeth. Wyn Davies. Sean Evans. Savannah Miller. Megan Ione McAllister Sear. John Reese Williams. William Worthington. Elizabeth Alice McDermott Cox. Rory Mackay. Harry Samways. Ellen Rachel Ann Smith. Sarah Jane Beaumont Fielding. Samantha Barnett. Sydney Churcher. Lauren Danielle Evans. Chloe Good. Chloe Jade Harris. Andrea Harvey. Emily James. Roisin Kearns. Caitlin Lewis. Ella McNicholas. Sarah Joy Louise Whitehead.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a amtheriedwyd I mi, dybaniaf chwi I y gradd sylfaen mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hwn.
Boed eich gofal yn wastad dros llwyd ac anryddydd ein prifysgol yn glad.
You can be more enthusiastic with your applause. It's your celebration and it's feeling just slightly muted, so you are welcome to give a little bit more enthusiasm. Would you like to stand again? And we will celebrate you. Much better. Diolch yn fawr.
Anrydeddus, gan hycol, cyfleon haf I chi, fyddewi o'n hadran ni a enilodd radd baglo miawn gwyddionydd. Harry John Wetherall. Ros Creswell. Daniel Thomas Dasglew. Philip Thomas Dray. Rebecca Dyson. Peter Hobbs. Oshan Hughes. Melia Ifan Jones. Thomas Claire Jones. David Stefan Rees. Ivan Gwyn Roberts. Catherine Tomley. William Watson. Oshan Williams. Anna Crockford. Aaron Tudor Daffith. George Goodall. Josh Owen Kerr. Helen Charlotte Rowland. Leisha Tudor. Jordan Tweedale. Rhiann Davis. Gwenno Mason Evans. Patrick Gray. Emily Smith. Edward David George Swan. Lauren Alexandra Salisbury Arndt. Carrie Ann Norman. Alexandra Sapan. Sean Aleri Davis. Elizabeth Swancott. Rachel Craft. Deanne Gwern Jones. Gareth William Parry. Megan Irian Phillips. Thomas Sean Carolyn Jarman. Sarah Jenkins. Edward Jones. Thomas Ivan. Callum Johnson. Liam Martin Laffey. Caitlin Arnia Valerie Langan. Lucy Stratham. Katie Wilmot. Sakina Zira. Edmund Alfred Armstrong. Eli Thomas Rowson. Kerry Elizabeth Jones. Cameron James Wright. Timothy David Asplin. Jack William Davis. Robert Bryn Davis. Edward Henry Allen Maynard. Amy Louise Riley. Emily Georgina Charlotte Small. Eleanor Louise Clementine Spence. Michael James Talbot. Nia Angharad Cook. Charlotte Davey. Tony Megan Evans. Sarah Guest. Seren Nicolaisen. Sophie Alexandra Revel. Rebecca Holly Skillman. Fabienne Wynne. Laura Ann Bartholomew. Samantha Beach. Chloe Ann Erb. Leanne Elphin. Claire Elizabeth Groves. Gabrielle Lane. Catherine Ann Montgomery. Annie Priestley MacDonald. Harriet Tilling. Leah Trotman. Leah Ann Wales. Caitlin Wells. Elizabeth Clare Woolham. Christine Ann Asplin. Jessica Barrow. Joshua Downing. Camilla Jakowitz. Caitlin Rogers. Charlotte Rushton. Jacob Aston. William Aston. Olivia Alice Clayton. Sarah Davey. Kerry Davis. David Evans. Maisie Elizabeth Farrandon. Chloe Hazel. Annalisa Hinson. William Peter Willoughby Hughes. Sophia Krinetskia. Jessica Morris. Sophie Jane Leroy Noble. Annabelle Peachy. Rebecca Abigail Thomas. Anna Wower. Abigail Louisa Webb.
Rhoi ardurdod y brifysgol a ymtheriedwyd I mi, dybyniaf chwi I radd baglwr mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I hoff ffreniau'r radd hwn.
Bod eich gofal yn wastod dros lwydd ac anryddydd ein prifysgol a'n wlad.
Anrhydeddus isganhellor, cyflwynaf i chi fyfyrwyr o'n hadran ni a enillodd radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth. Alexandra Catherine Liddell Adam. Jonathan David Ashton. Tia Jane Audley. Harry Barnes. Lewis Beaumont. Joseph Peter Bevan. Vanessa Kim Bollinger. Agata Bolesta. Mariana Borkowska. Philip Borneman. Regan Thomas Bowen. Ashley Brand. Charity Rose Brotherton. Amy Brown. Morgan Brownlow. Brannon Burrows. Jacob Carroll. Adam Clements. Emily Louise Coles. Molly Dale. Courtney Davis. Brigitta Deek. Non Edwards. Sophie George. Callum Gordon. Isabella Gullickson. Amy Louise Hannaby. Amy Louise Hannington. John Philip Harrington. Jessica Page Ireland. Holly Megan Jones. Rowena Kerry Jones. Sinead Fleer Jones. Victoria Megan Jones. Robin Kearney Williams. Sarah Kurswell. Avisha Kulkarni. Maya Lahach. Dominic Lee. Annabelle Katie Lees. Emma Lewis. Matthew Martin Mason. Kieran Russell Metzen. Elizabeth Moore. Ruth Morgan. Anna Elizabeth Morris. Daniel Morris. Rune Shannon Murphy. Agata Novak. Jodie Odell. Marlena Orzol. Gareth Lewis Paines. Amanda Pennington. Lauren Phillips. Holly Mae Francesca Powell. Emily Print. Kay Lucy Pryor. Abby Joanne Purnell. Daniel Jake Richards. Lorraine Keris Roberts. Alexander John Robertson. Nathaniel Robertson. Emily Grace Rollins. Lauren Nicole Rossiter. Nina Francesca Russ. Christoph Serek. Majid Shah. Tinotenda Linda Sijiba. Matthew Colin Spratt. Tula Tuddenham. Bethany Ellen Whiston. Joshua Wilding. Chloe Ann Wilkinson Silk. Eloise Jessica Wood. Ursula Zavadska. Natasha Elizabeth Ashton. Annabelle Brazier. Rebecca Shannon Callow. Hannah Clark. Alexandra Janice Commetson. Liam Cornwell. Ayla Dean. Sean Francis. Lauren Goff. Katarzyna Julia Kuchta. Jordan Tyler Lewis. Kira Lloyd Bithell. Princess Yanlena Mullins. Jessica Lauren Crowther New. Philippa Josie Newman. Caitlin Lowry O'Gorman. Angelika Pastushko. Gemma Ryder. Hannah Sanders. Chloe Simmons. Alice Maisie Stanton. Callum Trotman. Crystal Elizabeth Webster.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymthriedwyd I mi dybaniaf chwi I radd baglo mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I hoff ffreniau'r radd hwn.
Bod eich gofal yn wastad dros lwydd ac anryddydd ein prifysgol a'n wlad.
Anrhydeddus, isgang hechol, cwflwy'n haf I chi pythyrwyr o'n hadran ni a unelodd diploma uwchradd edig I brifysgol. Andrew Shellkirk.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymthriedwyd I mi dybaniaf chwi I ddiploma uwchraddedig y brifysgol ac I hoff ffreniau cwmhwster hwn.
Hawddamor eto, da gan y brifysgol eich derbyn i'r cymhwyster hwn.
Anryd yddys, is an ganghechlo, cyflwy'n haf I chi, fyfewi o'n hadran ni a unalodd radd athro mioen wynionedd. Abdul Kadir Shirish. Mackenzie England Hanlon. Tony Payne. Mohammed Abdul Redha. Lorna Boogle. Louise Constantine. Seren Rhiannon Merrills. Eleanor Rachel Ann Nield. Holly Marie Northcote. Boone Terry Khan, Witty Corn Cool. Juan Jet Lee. Daniel Luxton. Podrick O'Sullivan. Leah Thompson. John Price Goodwin. Julia Morehouse.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymtheriedwyd I mi dybaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I hoff ffreniau'r radd hon.
Hawdd am o'r eto, da gan y brifysgolaeth derbyn yn athrawon.
Anrhydeddus Isganhellor, cyflwynaf I chi fyfyrwyr o'n hadran ni a enillodd radd athro mewn athroniaeth. Alexandra Alana Brooks. David Daly.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymtheriedwyd I mi dybaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn athroniaeth ac I hoff ffreniau'r radd hon.
Hawdd am o'r eto da gan y Brifysgolaeth derbyn yn athrawon.
Come and shake hands too. Great.
Anrhydeddus Isganhellor, cyflwyna fi hi fyfyrwyr o'n hadran ni a enillodd radd doethyr mewn athroniaeth. Yn Cetchinielw eide.
And face. Great. That's just great. Troi awdurdod y Brifysgol, ymtheriedwyd I mi dibynniaf chwi I radd dwythio mewn athroniaeth ac I hoff ffreniau radd hwn.
Hawdd am o'r eto da gan y Brifysgolaeth derbyn yn ddoetherir.
And now just hwn.
Canhellor, Isganhellor, graddedigion a chyfeillion. Bleser o'r mwyaf yw cyflwyno Ruth Bidgood yn gymrawd Prifysgol Aberystwyth. Ruth Bidgood, with a publishing career that began during the late 1960s and continues apace to the present day, is widely regarded as one of Wales's most significant English language poets. A Fellow of the Welsh Academy, a poet and a local historian, Ruth's career is as varied as it is well regarded. In an interview for the magazine Planet in 1999, Ruth notes, "I've never written a word or a line that didn't express the value I set on Wales as my country." And indeed, Ruth's oeuvre is not only written in Wales, but it is written of Wales. Ruth's Poetics of Welshness places her writing at the forefront of contemporary Welsh poetry in English and testifies to the relevance of a locative lyrical voice that continues to speak to her readers as clearly and precisely now as it did when it first emerged from the mid-Wales landscape 47 years ago. Ruth Bidgood née Jones was born in Glamorgan in July 1922. When she was 7, the family moved to Aberystwyth, where her father served as the vicar of St Mary's Church. Having spent her childhood in South Wales, in 1940 she went up to St Hugh's College, Oxford, where she read English. After graduating in 1943, Ruth served as a coder in the Wrens, based in Alexandria. Then, at the end of the war, she moved to London and worked on a new edition of the Chambers Encyclopedia. Ruth moved to Surrey after marrying David Bidgood, and it was here that she raised her family, 2 sons and a daughter. But throughout this period, Ruth remained drawn to Wales. and in 1964 she bought a house in the remote North Breconshire village of Aberystwyth, the place that she was to make her home in 1974. It was this return to Wales that unleashed Ruth's literary creativity. She started writing poetry in 1965, inspired by the landscape, the people, and the communities that she discovered around her in mid-Wales. Ruth's first poetry collection, The Given Time, was published in 1972. Since the mid-60s, Ruth had published an impressive range and variety of critically acclaimed and prize-winning poetry. Her second collection, Not Without Homage, received a Wales Arts Council award, and two of her more recent collections were shortlisted for Welsh Book of the Year. Time Being, which was published in 2009, won the prestigious Roland Mathias Prize in 2011. Her most recent collection, her 14th full-length collection of poetry, Land, Music, Black Mountains, was published in 2016, and her next poetic project, Lights, is currently forthcoming. In addition to her outstanding contributions to poetry over the past 5 decades, Ruth also has an impressive publication record in local history, most notably perhaps in her volume Parishes of the Buzzard, which traces the history of the Aberystwyth area. Ruth's significance to the literary landscape of Wales is unequivocal. She is without doubt one of Wales's most notable English language poets, and her extensive work in the field of Anglophone Welsh letters has been long due the recognition that the award of this honorary fellowship represents. Indeed, not only has Ruth made a permanent mark on 20th and 21st century poetry from Wales, but she also stands as an exceptional role model to us all, here today and for the generations to come after us. In her own words, taken from the poem All Souls, I am a late comer, but offer speech to the nameless, those who are hardly a memory, those whose words were always faint. Chancellor, mae'n bleser gen I gyflwyno Ruth Bidgood I chi yn Gymraeg.
Golgrwfflwymiwr yn cyfrifiaduraeth hon.
I am not Ruth Bidgood. I am receiving the fellowship for her in absentia. But we've been friends for over 30 years. It's not every day that a poet comes into your house, but that's what happened just over 30 years ago now, on a very hot summer's day. A car had drawn up in front of the little cottage where we lived. My husband was working outside on the extension. I'd retreated to the coolness of the cottage. One of the ladies in the car got out and made her way to the nearby mansion. The other stayed in the car. my husband suggested to the lady in the car that she join me in the cottage, and we chatted, and as is common in Wales, we exchanged our family histories. Then the other lady came along and introduced herself as Ruth Bidgood. Not Ruth Bidgood, the poet. I don't know who was more surprised, Ruth or myself. I had recently bought a volume of her poems from the now sadly long gone bookshop in Llandovery. And I fell on her poems. They were about the places and the people I had known. I'd spent childhood holidays on the farm in mid-Wales, and I knew what she was talking about. I knew what she was saying. Her poetry also had echoes of Edward Thomas, one of my favorite poets. Anyway, I feel so honored to be standing here in her stead and receiving the fellowship. I also feel privileged to have been a witness to this wonderful ceremony. Ruth has given me her speech to read. I must say it's a little strange when one reads out, when one speaks about oneself in the third person. This is what she says. When I received a letter offering me appointment to a fellowship of Aberystwyth University, I was amazed, delighted, and extremely honored. I found it very sad that shortly after my acceptance, the balance problem from which I suffer, the result of arthritis in neck and cranium, causing constant dizziness and instability, took a turn for the worse, rendering me housebound. Though this prevents me from receiving the fellowship in person, I am grateful for the indulgence of an in absentia presentation and delighted that my friend Mary MacGregor is able to bring you this message from me. She has often in my former days of poetry readings given my now unstable voice a break by reading a few of my poems in the middle of the programme. She has always taken a kind interest in my work. I am not lacking in personal contact with the university, as one of my two sons is a graduate of it and was very happy here. And Professor Jarvis, who has written extensively about my work, including a book about it in UCW's Writers of Wales series, has become a valued friend. Cinnamon Press has put him in charge of a tributes book for me to follow his Wire to the Dynamo for John Barney. I should like to thank most sincerely all those who have initiated and carried through this ceremony, from the university's officials to people who have in any way worked on the minutiae of the day, and the students who have shared their celebration with me. It's unfortunate that my family are inevitably committed to the wedding of my granddaughter, Dr. Amy Bidgood, which closely follows the Aberystwyth ceremony and involves travelling from various points to Cheshire for the occasion. But I am very grateful for the help of Mary, herself no stranger to writing, in passing on my thanks to all of you. Diolch yn fawr.
As well as celebrating the successes of our wonderful students, Graduation Week also gives us an opportunity to applaud the achievements of some of our fantastic staff. For the past 6 years, we've been presenting exemplary course awards in recognition of excellence in course design, interaction and collaboration, assessment and learner support. It allows us to highlight and share best practice in innovative, engaging learning across the institution. I'm delighted to announce that the Institute of Biological, Environmental and Rural Sciences Distance Learning team have been highly commended for their research methods module, and Dr. Stephen Chapman, also from the Institute of Biological, Environmental and Rural Sciences, has been highly commended for his Future of Packaging module. Unfortunately, Dr. Chapman can't be with us today, but I'm delighted to call on Dr. Neil McIntosh to receive a certificate on behalf of the IBERS Distance Learning team. And now, all that stands between you and your personal celebrations are a very few words from me. I promise. Mae dau digwyddiad yn y flwyddyn academaidd roi'n mwynhau blwyddyn ar ôl blwyddyn. Myfwrwyr newydd yn cyrraedd a bwrlym wrth iddynt ymgartrefi yma, ac wrth gwrs eich afbwynt y flwyddyn graddio. For me, I really enjoyed 2 parts of the university year above every other. New students arriving with a degree of nervousness and a lot of buzz as people settle down. And of course, the really best part of the year, graduation. At some point today, make time to think back as to what's happened to you between those 2 points. The friends you've made, the things you've learnt, academic, sporting, personal and social. While you are probably inherently the same person, you will have changed, and it's your family and friends who will know how much, far more than you do. Today's celebration has seen you transition, no longer students, but rather graduates. And you are now ready to embrace your future. This is an exciting time for you all, so savour this moment. However, you could not have done it alone. You've had support, emotional, practical, financial, from family, friends, parents, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends. So now is time to do that most important of thank you. To join with me, find where your special people are in the room and thank them as noisily as you would like. Without their efforts, you wouldn't stand here today. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you for choosing Aberystwyth to study at. Over the years, now over 140, it's the people, staff, students and community who make a university. Friends of mine who have worked and studied here always talk about the very special relationships you make here. They meet up for years and years, and you are now part of our worldwide community of alumni, and there are opportunities to engage with them wherever you go. I trust that you will keep contact with your friends and with us. Let us know how you're getting on and remember to come back to visit. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank both you and all the staff on the stage today for their support in achieving a tremendous result in the latest National Student Survey, which has moved us to 2nd in the United Kingdom, but 1st in Wales and England. Thank you for working with us, and thank you to all. I have a couple of notices for you. Every year we nominate a charity as the university's Charity of the Year, and we raise funds for it throughout the following 12 months. This year we will be doing so in memory of our colleague Paul James. Paul worked as a security officer on Penglais and Gaerthen campuses for more than 23 years. He was a committed, well-respected and valued member of staff. As well as the day job, Paul was active in the wider community as the elected councillor for Llanbadarn Fawr on Ceredigion County Council and as a member of Llanbadarn Fawr Community Council. Before joining the university, Paul had been a serving member of the Armed Forces and then of the French Foreign Legion. In April 2019, we were shocked and saddened to hear of his tragic death following a collision while training for a charity cycle ride in aid of the 2 hospital cardiac wards where he had received treatment. Therefore, following a student and staff vote for 2019 to 20, the university charity will be raising money for the Dovey Ward Cardiac Monitoring Unit at Bronglais Hospital Aberystwyth and the Cyril Evans Cardiac Ward and Cardiothoracic High Dependency Unit at Morrison Hospital, Swansea, in memory of our colleague Paul James. We remember him and others for their valuable service and for the legacy they leave behind. Should you wish to donate, there will be collection buckets on the door as you leave. For each of you, we have a graduation pin to mark this special day and your achievements. Please stay in your seats at the end of the ceremony and the marshals will give you yours. Poblwch I chi wrth I chi gychwyn ar eich bwyd wedi'r brifysgol. Good luck as you start your post-university life. Ac yn awr I orffen y ceremony, anwch chi ymuno gyda fi a ganu'r anthem genedlaethol. And now to finish the ceremony, would you join with me by standing to sing the National Anthem of Wales and then to remain standing. Diolch yn fawr.